Good morning, everyone. Yep. It's early morning here. Well, not as early as other times. I'm going to start with one of my sister in faith, Melinda Vogel, Dark to Light poems. And here's the picture. Let's see. Hard. There are words that go with it, but they're hard to read. Oh. Here's the picture. She drew all those herself. Look at that. Look how beautiful that is. Right? Yes. I find that it took me a while. When I got into fine arts this night, I came across the Impressionists, painters. I looked at their paintings. I'm going, yeah, okay. I guess it's a new style, right? How do you make a name for yourself? Or you come up with something new that then suddenly people go, oh yeah, that'll look good on my wall, and then somehow, okay, right? Yes, not quite the portrait stuff, depicting a scene in exact details and all that, right? Impressionism. Impressing something on something kind of thing. It took me a while to kind of understand that type of painting, though I'm still not. Okay, I look at other paintings and going, all right, I'm not sure what that is all about. I know when a painting, right, touches my heart to mind, no matter who it is, what it is, and I stand there and I'm going, wow, what am I seeing? What am I hearing? What am I tasting? What am I? Right? All my senses somehow respond to the painting, right? Yes, my spiritual senses as well. And that's what I look in a painting. I saw the Mona Lisa in Paris. I stood in the Louvre. I stood in front of it and going, okay, wow. First of all, I was surprised. The painting was only about this big. I'm not kidding. It was no bigger than this. Right? So I'm going, well, that's a itty-bitty painting, for whatever. I was kind of expecting a big hole. Okay. And then I'm looking at it going, okay. Didn't feel a thing. I have no idea why the Mona Lisa is such a big deal out there. No idea. I'm not saying it's not good painting or whatever. It's just I stood there and going, I'm right here in front of the original, and it's not doing a darn thing for me. Okay? Well, that's just how it is. But when I see my friends' paintings, drawings, this and that, I see her heart to mind come through them. Of course, the other thing, too, I know her, right? Yes? I have met her. I have shook her hand. Whoops. We ate together. We shared together. And we shared our love for God together, right? Yes, so am I somewhat biased towards, well, I think this is better than the Mona Lisa. Right? Yes? Yeah, you betcha. I can't deny it. Right? All right, with this one, and I have to say, I found that actually reading this book after, right, to just pick, there's not that many in it, right? So you will get the same one over again maybe as you go. But if you read this every day, in the evening before you go to bed, how was my day like, right? Yes? And what am I being given through a really love and God-inspired little book to help heal? Yes? Yeah. I think this little book is pretty darn amazing. So the poem that goes with it is Morning Doves. All right, it's morning, so this is good for the morning. And sparrows in your hands, the lost, the vulnerable in your hands, all mankind and the universe in your hands and mine. Oh, how profound. Taking responsibility, not just hoping, right? But I will do all that I can do. To all that I meet, all within my reach, my influence, I will help for you and with you. Guidance. You know, you hear a lot, if it's not your business, that's not my business. What do I care? I don't know how people do that. I try just to stay out of trouble. Still, I can't. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't. I feel a responsibility for not just the people around me, my children, this, that, the creation I'm around. I feel a responsibility for the whole world. Yeah, I'm going to fix everything. I doubt that very much. Doesn't mean I can't try, right? Yes? Well, all right. And that puzzle thing, that my puzzle, what's it called, Jan? Crossword puzzles that my sis and I are doing right now. We're really into it. She more so than I, because she's really good. And there's tournaments and stuff. She wins every one of them. She tries not to win every one of them, but she still does. Okay. And there are certain words that come up continuously. So one of them, for example, one of them is ego, right? And you have all different ways of saying what ego is. An emo, too. And really, it's like, what? And, one would say when someone hears me talk, sometimes, well, she's got a great ego. I don't look at it that way. What's wrong with having self-confidence? On the side of goodness. What's wrong with trying to just, okay, this is kind of my point of view. Well, okay, is it my point of view? I'm trying to see God's point of view. What's the ideal? To live as people together, to live as people, as man, the species man on earth. And that's suddenly, somehow, what, I have developed some kind of a negative ego or something, right? I don't see it that way. There's another one just came up, and I thought, oh, what are they trying to say here in this crossword puzzle? Who's actually doing it? Okay, we're having a lot of fun with it. Learned a lot about, kind of caught up with people's movies and names and sports athletes, this, that. But there's other stuff, that's also interesting. So be it, right? It's a good thing to, gotta call it crossword puzzles, right? And just about any puzzles are good to train your heart to mind, I think. Or your mind anyway, right? Expand, right? Expand, right? Yeah. So there was this a rude way to address a boy in the South. I looked at Sissy and I said, "Hey, does that mean bub? B-U-B? It's 3-letter word. Are they talking about bub? Calling someone bub or bubba or bub?" Yeah. She said, "Yeah, I think so. It turned out, yeah, that's what it was. Is that negative?" She's going, "No." All right, so who came up with the idea that, right, suddenly now addressing a boy as bub, which actually is an endearment, okay, not a rude way to address a young boy. Where did that come from? And who was trying to tell me that? You see, right there, right? But it's in that crossword puzzle, and in the way that, how about an endearing way of addressing a boy in the South? That would be bub. Right? Now, right there, I'm going, man, I don't even want to finish this one now, because I don't like that. What? You see? Even in games on how we're kind of being steered towards, oh, what? Who came up with that? That's a a rude way of addressing a boy, bub. Here, it's not like that. Who decided on that? Suddenly going to go and put the flea in someone's head. Now, since that is in that crossword puzzle, and a lot of people are playing that, you say bub. Oh, you can't say that. That's rude. What? Are you guys getting this? Yeah. All right. Continue. Let's see what the Bible has for us today. Thank you, Father. The story of Abraham. We're in the second part of Genesis. Chapter, I guess they're called chapters. What are they called, Jan? 9, 10, 11, 12. Are they chapters? Yeah. All right. The call of Abram. 12. Genesis 12. Yahweh said to Abram, all right, I wish they would make up their mind here too. Can we just all call it Abram? Call him Abram? Or is it Abraham? Or is there more than one? Oh, let's find out. Leave your country, your kindred, and your father's house for a country which I shall show you. And I shall make you a great nation. I shall bless you and make your name famous. You are to be a blessing. So, I shall bless those who bless you. I shall curse those who curse you. And all clans on earth will bless themselves by you. All right, so it's the lineage thing again, right there. And all clans on earth will bless themselves by you. Okay, being part of Abraham's lineage, you get that. But again, curse, what does that mean? There's no way God would curse anyone. It's not going to happen. But it seems like now, already, after we read that first part in Genesis, let me see, what was that called again? Brain like a sieve when it comes to the origin of the world and the human race. Something's already after the flood, Noah's people, this, that, and we read some of that. I'm going, hey, why is that in there? Ooh, but that doesn't sound right. Doesn't sound good. Looks like people are already veering off again of the restoration of what God was intending to do with his people. To have an ideal life, to live according to laws of heaven, laws of heaven, right? So here now, the story of Abraham. Okay, so he found Abram, which must have been, when Terah was 70 years old, he fathered Abram, Nahor, and Haran. So here's Abram. Is that Abraham? The story of Abraham. Oh, Terah was his father. And I know, I'm going back. I think that's Shem. That dude. Oh, Shem's descendant. One of Shem's descendants. Right? Of Noah's son. That's Abraham. Interesting. The oldest one. So God's already got to start again. Got to start again. And here I got Abram. Sounds like they had a good relationship. You got to leave everybody. Got to start all anew again. Right? And I'm going to make sure to protect you. It's a little odd to me on how that protection comes through, though. Again, I don't think that God would curse anyone. I don't believe that. I just don't believe that. That's like a threat that needs to be in there to make sure Abram will go on and do what he needs to do. So, well, I'd rather stay on the good side of God kind of thing. Right? Yes? I don't know. Is it like that? But I find this, on all clans on earth will bless themselves by you. So Abraham was given a particular blessing that if the people followed Abraham, right, they would also receive that blessing. And they could give it to themselves and most likely to their families around them. Change of lineage again, trying again. I don't know. I wasn't there. From what I know now, well, that's kind of what it sounds like. Right, buddy? You guys hungry? Huh? You too, Ozzy? Aw, you're such a sweet boy. You're such a gentle giant. Huh? You are such a gentle giant. Huh? Yes? Not everything big is bad. Huh? No. So Abram went as Yahweh told him, and Lot went with him. Oh, let's see. Lot was Terah, father Abram, Nahor, and Haran. Haran? Oh, that's one of Abraham's brother's sons. Good to know. It's good to know the relationship here. He went too. But Haran? Wait a minute. Did Haran die somewhere? Did we miss that? Oh, then he died at Haran. Oh, no, wait a minute. No, that was Canaan. Okay, all right. I'm getting into all this stuff. Ooh, what is that? That tick? Ugh, we got them little ticks going here. Baby tick. They're all deer ticks, which can make you sick. They are everywhere. Just one more little booger, right? Yes, I just got over that Texas tick, or they called it, where you can't eat red meat and stuff, Can't eat pork. You get really sick from it. You can't eat chicken and fish. And I just got over it a lot faster than others do. My son's still working on it, but I'm good. So, yeah, why not? Get that again, right? Yeah, all right. Mary, I'm gonna get now. You just slobbered all over my Bible here. Come on now. All right, go lay down. Go. He says, what? What do I do? And he left Haran. Ouch. Abram was 75 years old when he left Haran, so he's quite young. Abram took his wife, Sarai. Hey, wait a second. Is she the one that couldn't have babies? Yep. Sarai was barren, having no child. Sarai. Sarah. Oh. Sarai. Okay. He took her. Didn't just leave her behind because she couldn't have children. Yeah, right? Did anyone know at the time? Okay, all right. I'm not going to go there. Abram took his wife Sarai, his nephew Lot, all the possessions they had amassed, and the people they had acquired in Haran. What does that mean? All right, was that a tribe now? Ouch! Buddy, was that a tribe now? Their tribe? Acquired. The people they had acquired. That's a weird way of saying it. Slaves? Not sure. That's it. How is this translated here? See, I can't go through this any fast. Right? I have to. I think. Okay, what does that actually mean? All right. You want to be in the show here? Huh? I just want to play. What I want is food. It's not time yet. Go on. Go. Lay down. Lay down. Go. Go. Lay down. All right. Acquired in Haran. They set off for the land of Canaan and arrived there. Oh, now wait a minute. Who else arrived in Canaan a lot later under Moses? And then you know what they did there. Were those Abraham's people? They just kind of, huh? That's a weird one. Oh. And you know what? I've never put two and two together here. Abraham passed through the country as far as the holy place at Shechem, the oak of Moreh. The Canaanites were in the country at the time. Oh, so there was somebody else there. But Moses comes much later. I mean, what the heck? Yahweh appeared to Abraham and said, I shall give this country to your progeny. And there Abram built an altar to Yahweh who had appeared to him. From there he moved on to the mountainous district east of Bethel. Aha! So they arrived in Canaan, but they found their own place to be, where he pitched his tent in the mountains. Oh, I like the mountains. With Bethel to the west and AI, artificial intelligence, AI, to the east. There he built an altar to Yahweh and invoked the name of Yahweh. So, make a stance. Then Abram made his way, stage by stage, to the Negeb. Abram in Egypt. There was a famine in the country, and Abram went down to Egypt to stay there for a time, since the famine in the country was severe. So he moved again? Wait a minute, didn't God tell him to stay someplace? He didn't do that. He went on and moved ahead because things were not so good. Okay, well, all right. I don't know. I don't know what went through his mind with all that. But he didn't stay. We got set to stay. When he was about to enter Egypt, he said to his wife, Sarai, look, I know you are a beautiful woman. This is this part. When the Egyptians see you, they will say, that is his wife, and it will kill me, but leave you alive. Therefore, please tell them you are my sister, so that they may treat me well because of you, and spare my life out of regard for you. Now that's interesting. So, I'm not sure. I'd have to look at a map. Sometimes Bibles have maps in them, to see what long of a journey that would be from one place to the other. Are there any maps in here or not? Oh, there are. Wait, I gotta go for me. Here we go. Egypt. Oh, so there is this. So there is that. Where'd it come from? Got to be from up at the back. That's a pretty long way. So they already knew. So they must have had traveling people that are coming back with stories, right? Yeah, I guess. Why would he know otherwise that the Egyptians were like that, right? Oh, see a pretty woman, and it doesn't matter if the woman has a husband. You just kind of go ahead and kill the husband so you can get the woman? Wow. Well, that's kind of what it sounds like. Ew. All right, then. Gosh, sheesh. People know how to live together properly? I guess not. Hey. All right, so they concoct a plan here, right? When Abram arrived in Egypt, the Egyptians did indeed see that the woman was very beautiful. Why didn't he just cover up? Why didn't she just cover up instead of showing herself off? I mean, just right for the purpose of being careful, not because of religion or something. Why not? How about, rather than, again, didn't they come in wagons and stuff too? Keep her in the wagon. Don't even mention she's there or something. If it was that dangerous, and then why go to a dangerous place like that? Oh, well, that's where the food was? Okay, I'm not getting it. Why would you do that as a husband? When Pharaoh's officials saw her, they sang her praises to Pharaoh, and the woman was taken into Pharaoh's household. What, kidnapped? The heck is that? And Abram was very well treated because of her, and received flocks, oxen, donkeys, men and women, slaves. Well, there you go, she-donkeys and camels. Oh, as a dowry? what, what is this story? But Yahweh inflicted severe plagues on Pharaoh and his household because of Abram's wife Sarai. Why would he do that? Not getting it. So Pharaoh summoned Abram and said, "What is this you have done to me?" Well, how did the Pharaoh know it was Abram who did it? He was treated really well, this and that. They kept it on the wraps that Sarai was his wife, right? Just a sister, so why is the Pharaoh blaming Abram for things? You see? Okay, where do these stories come from? And why are they the way they are in there? First of all, why do you lie? I don't know. Why did you not tell me she was your wife? Oh, the lie didn't last too long. Why did you say she's my sister? So that I took her to be my wife. Now here's your wife. Take her and go. Oh! And Pharaoh gave his people orders about him. They sent him on his way with his wife and all his possessions. What is that all about? Now, maybe someone could tell me, because I'm reading this and I'm going, sacrifice your wife to save your own life, in a way, right? Yes? You didn't obey God. Then God gets blamed for, right? And the Pharaoh's like, man, why don't you just say that was your wife? So, did Abram know the customs of the Egyptians? Maybe they had a little more integrity than he knew or thought they could have, and they were just bad people who turned out to be the bad guy. In a way. All right, I'm just saying. I mean, can't. Interesting to me. Again, what are we learning from this? What are we? I'll tell you something I saw this morning, then I'm going to stop. Right? Because, again, it's like, well, it's not affecting me. Oh, not my business. Right? It's not affecting me. I don't see how. Why do I need to know about that? If I stay in my place where God put me, as a woman, also keep my position right, within a family, with my children, and who I am, then why do I have to worry about any of that stuff? Keep the commandments. I saw, there's a movie out now about the Illuminati, right? Yeah. Okay, the Illuminati. That's a Catholic thing. That's supposedly. And I heard about the Illuminati growing up as a child because I grew up Catholic. I have to tell you, I've never seen anything that would suggest that they had any kind of hold over my family, myself, my mom. I don't know about the priest, you know. I always thought that a priest, I have to tell you that one. I always thought that a priest or a reverend, it didn't matter what denomination it came from, they were talking from their heart to mind. They were preaching from their heart to mind, knowing what their community needed, right? Yes? Knowing what their congregation needs at the time where they are at together. This and that. Come to find out, now they're getting a curriculum just like the teachers get to teach the kids in school from their denomination that they're at, and the Catholic priests do too. I was so disappointed. You have no idea how disappointed I was when I think I was a young adult, when I found out about that. What? This isn't actually coming from you. You didn't choose this particular sermon for this particular Sunday today while I'm sitting here, maybe struggling with some things as a young adult, or the people here in the congregation. You're actually just, this is just part of the curriculum? that you're blabbing down every Sunday, giving to you? I hadn't give his 2 cents maybe to it, but okay. And I started to see on how the priests were teaching a completely different way. It didn't have the same effect anymore. I started to suddenly question certain other things too. All right, so are they controlled by, are the priests controlled by the Catholic Church and what to actually tell people, this and that? All right, we need a little more donation. So okay, in Switzerland there is a church tax, okay, because most of it is Catholic, so you're already paying, right? I'm just saying. All right, so that's why I was so surprised where we have one church here in one of the counties. That's the only Catholic church, and they're struggling financially. Right? Going, well, aren't you guys getting paid by the people? It says, yeah, by the congregation. We get some donations, but when it comes down to it, we get very little from the Vatican. Right? Doing what we're doing. Isn't we really? Okay, so which gets me to, the Vatican, all the treasures and stuff that they got there. I mean, it probably could feed the whole world for I don't know how many years, but it could. Yet they're somewhere hidden away, put away, for what? Huh? For what? Got enough billionaires and millionaires out there, I'm sure, would like to have one of those old relics or something, right? Pay a lot of money for it. Just saying, right? Here is a church that, so the Illuminati from the Catholic Church. I have no idea how. Right? I've heard some stories. I heard one personally where, they were there was something going on with someone who wanted to stay a Catholic, but teach what I just said before, according to heart to mind. And I went through some stuff. I'm not going to go further into it because, again, I wasn't there. So anything I tell you, except for if it happened in my life, it's all secondhand stories, right? And how have they? Are they true or not? So you don't know. You're going by someone that says, wow. And every time I found, when you actually go and look a little deeper, there's a little bit more to it. Right? So not downplaying the hardships that people may have gone through, right, with an underground organization that seems to not be a good thing. Okay? And yet, again, I want the truth. I don't just want hearsay stuff. I don't just want, let's just attack them, this, that, because right? They've never had, though I grew up Catholic, this and that. I noticed one thing that I felt, okay, but I've got my own heart to mind. I wasn't brainwashed in. Going, what's not like, that was not revealed. Then I made my decision. Done. I was never stopped from, okay, did I leave the Catholic faith? I don't know. I wasn't. So I'm baptized in the Catholic faith, so I guess I'm registered somewhere, right? But I'm not paying any taxes to them. I'm not donating any money to them. I never abdicated my Catholic faith or anything. I never did that. With the Family Federation for World Peace, at one time the Unification Church, I guess I signed up with some things. I don't know, did I ever sign up as a member? I just don't think that's necessary. Why is that necessary? I don't see it. Either you're a community together that loves God and you live according to God's view and the laws of heaven. What does it matter if I'm somewhere registered as one of them or not one of them? What does that matter? I don't see the benefit of that. I don't see the necessity of it. In particular, to belong to one particular group and then have that affirmed by registration. Okay? When it comes to that. Yeah. So does it matter that you are a registered Democrat or a Republican? Really? Why can't you just go and vote out there and look at the situation and say, well, looks like some things are good, some things are really not good. What would be the best candidate for that particular job? Rather than have something you're registered with, then suddenly, well, I got to, right? Even though, you see? Now, who's brainwashed out there? I don't think the Illuminati has anything to do with that when it comes down to it. It's going to have something to do with you. Because as far as I know, I've never been forced to do anything in this country. Never, ever. That was senseless. So, make sense? Huh? Okay. So this movie is out, again, for what purpose? So you can be mad at what? The Catholic Church? Yes, I wish that they would take, that the Vatican would come off their high horse when it comes to all the riches that they have there. Right? Keep enough, this, that. I mean, as I said, you're being paid. Switzerland's not in Italy. Right? So around the world, where the governments, where it is predominantly Catholic, the people pay taxes to that church in Italy. Okay, you got that? You get that? So it's not like they don't have income coming in. How big does your residence have to be as the Pope? You don't even have family or kids. Right? They wouldn't say anything if in the Vatican they would have this amazing orphanage for unwanted children. Amazing place where children could just grow up in the surroundings of a good, with God. Oh, supposedly, that's the Vatican, what it is about, right? God. And grow up into wonderful spiritual and physical human beings with a trade, and being sent to school. As I said, the Vatican's so rich. Yeah, what are they doing with it? Yeah, well, I've said that to other people. I have to say, I'm not getting why you're doing this, but you know what? What you should put in your will is that they will dig a big enough hole so you can take it all with you. Okay? Yes? All right. Yeah. So, anywho. Yeah, I'm not going to pay attention to that movie. It's just like, I don't care. Because, as close-knit as I was in the Catholic, or grew up with the Catholic Church, this and that, in a country predominantly Catholic, the Illuminati, whatever, underground organization, no good, brutal, this, that, that can't make a raid and go and arrest them criminals. Then they're just criminals, right? That's what they are, if that's true. Anyway, just saying. In the meantime, no matter what, I'm still me. I have my own heart to mind. Obviously, there's always some tidbit of information. How did the Pharaoh find out that Sarah, was actually Abraham's wife and not his sister? Oh, well, he must have gotten that info from somewhere. Yes? Oh, and then, don't you think that the plagues, again, were there plagues? Aha. Again, covering up Abraham's lie about his wife, his own wife. So had to put something in there as well, God sent the plagues. Okay, well, don't you think that the pharaohs would have somehow written that down somewhere for the next pharaoh, saying, don't mess with these people? Because their God, right, ain't going to be happy if you don't treat them properly. And yet, what happened during Moses' time? Aha, you see? Well, we're not there yet in the Bible, but it's coming. So again, yeah. Who's covering for whom? And why? And who's getting blamed? As if you have no say in what goes on in your own life? Even though? Oh, wait a second. That doesn't add up. You see? The Pharaoh may have just found out that, hey, maybe, he kind of tried to, and Sarah says, actually, Abraham is my husband, and I really don't want to do what you want me to do with you right now. And the Pharaoh goes, oh, heck, you're somebody else's? Okay. You see? Just saying. We don't know how it actually went. But if you really read through that, you know a little bit more about the Bible afterwards, you have to ask yourself, oh, what actually happened? And what was just snuck in there again? Right? So I can be upset with the Egyptians, though. Who did actually the wrong? Right? Yes? Okay. Just saying. Just saying. Right? Just saying. Right? Oh, and Abraham had no problems in accepting all the slaves. Oh, maybe he set them all free. I don't know. Did he? Doesn't say. Oh, okay. Well, that was a normal kind of thing. So, really? Oh, having slaves? Oh, what does that mean? We know what that means. We kind of do, don't we? Oh, okay. I'm just saying. Right? Can we just stay on the ground, kind of look at things, going, wow, what do we all have to restore? We all did to ourselves, regardless what religion is, regardless what beliefs we have. Right? And when, finally, will we start to obey God, His point of view, the ideal way of living together?
What are you chewing on?
Huh? Yes? All right. All right, well, it's time to feed the dogs. He's the only one around. Everybody else went. Oh no, Ozzy is here too. Well, anyway, that's what I wanted to share today. Genesis, what did I say? 12. Genesis 12. In the second part of Genesis, about Abraham. Wow, I just read that one part, and it's like, already. Yes? And people think that the Bible is boring to read. I don't know what you're talking about. I'd rather read that every day than a book called, what was it called? 50 Shades of Grey or something, which is absolute garbage. I wouldn't be able to find anything interesting in that book. I didn't read it. I happened to be at the library, and I saw it and going, oh, I heard about that book, and I just opened it up and I started reading, and my eyes got bigger and bigger, and I'm going, oh, alrighty then. Didn't learn anything. It's not like I didn't know how things work. But I thought, what is this book doing right at the entrance to the library, right here, where anyone can pick it up without anyone knowing, hopping into a corner somewhere and start reading. So I brought it up to the counter and I said, I don't think that book belongs out here with the public. I said, if you have books like this, then you should do what other places do with things like this, and you have a specific area where absolutely only, since you have it here, and I'm assuming it's allowed to have here, right? I didn't find that. I questioned, why do you have books like this here? That's what I'm paying for? Again, who pays for the libraries? Yeah, right, yeah. And I said, you need a special locked up shelf for things like this, because that's pornography right there. Available to children to read. Good job. Right? Yes? That's why I know. So that's more important. That's more exciting to people to have in a library. I think reading the Bible is absolutely interesting. Yeah? Always has been to me. And, first I told that I got to read the whole Bible. What? Okay, well, and every day I read more in it and sharing it, and I become more excited again about it. More and more and more. Because of maybe all the lies and inconsistencies in it? No. Because it, just like the crossword puzzles, right, where what do they want here? Your heart to mind gets activated again in a great way. Right? Not to go and start fighting. Just say, I don't think that's exactly what happened. Something's not quite right here, right? To set the record straight. Okay, I'm going with that. Anywho, that's what I had to share today. God's love and blessings always, and I will talk to you all another time.